Fantastic. What's going on, sports fans? Welcome to KFR Sportscast. I am one of your hosts, BG, and joining along with me is Big Sexy and the Heel, and it is another season of KFR Sportscast, and we are going to do some different things. So we are live, Live, right now on Facebook and YouTube, and we are coming at you with a KFR Sportscast style game day final. How are we feeling, boys?
I listen. As I said to you guys, I just need the rest of the world to hear. This team will kill me in my 60s. I don't know how much longer. I was watching the game at my dad's and I left because they're down 15 and Derrick Henry runs that touchdown. I left my dad's and I came home. I was pissed and then I'm like, okay, turn the TV back on and they won. And I called my dad and I told him, I said, this team makes me very emotional. I'm sorry. And I love you.
I was gonna say you gotta throw the I love you in there.
Yep. And he replied, I love you too. And I said, he's like, all right, bye. And I said, see you next week.
I'd have done the same thing. I would have picked up I love you, Dad. I love you.
Something like that. He was laughing at me because, I'm the pessimistic one. And he's the one going, shut the fuck up.
Incredible. Yeah, so obviously we are coming at you live after the phenomenal game between the Bills and the Ravens. First of all, Jake said it. We had a little live stream going. Jake said it. Thank you, NFL, for scheduling that game week 1, because obviously it was everything that we wanted and more. It was fantastic.
Fun fact. The final score of that game is indeed a scoregami. There has never been a final score of 41-40 in NFL history. That game was
we got to witness a little bit of history. Awesome, fantastic. That is amazing. Obviously the Bills coming back in a very dramatic fashion. And winning that game with a very stressed out, probably smoked 3 packs of cigarettes, Matt Prater on the sideline.
Yeah. That man was looking rough. And funny enough that they won with a score of 41. Matt Prater is 41.
Hey.
And Matt Prater is the oldest player in Buffalo Bills history. True fact. Factoid. Statistic right there.
Hey. That's awesome. But no, fantastic game. Josh Allen proving why he was the MVP last season. But also Lamar proving why he is a 2-time MVP. I mean, this was a battle through it.
They both had a phenomenal game.
It was fantastic. I couldn't ask for a better game. I know the heel was stressed out, but coming from sports fans of just a general fan of the sport, the fantastic game.
Listen, man, Derrick Henry is going to play dominant football until he's 45. I mean, at this rate, he's defied all odds. He's literally going to have to cut his legs off to get him to retire. It's just
fantastic. I mean, Titans, every time they see him play, Titans are probably kicking their asses for letting him go.
Yeah.
And we'll kind of segue into some of these final scores from all of Sunday across the league. So we'll start off. The Steelers went into the Meadowlands, and Aaron Rodgers went in to take on his former team, the Jets, with a victory. Probably one of the most entertaining games of the early window, 34-32. Aaron Rodgers, I believe, had 244 yards and 4 touchdowns in that game.
Yeah, he had tied Tom Brady for most games with 4 touchdowns and no interceptions in 28 games.
Yeah.
So.
And then I also do want to highlight too, Justin Fields did have himself a day as well. 16 of 22, 218 yards, 1 TD. I know one of those was rushing. He had one passing TD. He had 2 rushing TDs, and then Breenan Allen had 1, and Garrett Wilson had 1 as well. So fantastic game from both of those teams. Like I said, Pittsburgh coming out on top. Very, very entertaining game. I had my own heart stopper this afternoon between the Bucs and the Falcons. First of all, a lot of missed field goals across the whole league. I didn't count them all, but there was probably at least 8 or 9 missed field goals, whether it was field goals or point after attempts. And a couple of those coming in the Tampa Bay game themselves. Not a great game by Baker Mayfield. Baker Mayfield went 17-32, so just over 50%. But he did have 3 touchdowns, no interceptions though, so that is a good stat line if I'm looking for some positives here. And also a big positive for Tampa Bay is our rookie receiver Egbuka with 2 touchdowns in his first NFL debut. So a lot of promise for him, having himself a day. And then also on the other side of that, Bijan had himself a day as well. Bijan had, 100 receiving yards. Let me pull this up. Let's see. So he had 24 rushing yards, and he had 100 receiving yards with a touchdown. Michael Penix Jr., 27-42 for almost 300 yards and 1 touchdown, and he also had a rushing touchdown as well. Michael Penix Jr., I feel like he's going to be a solid player.
Yeah, I think so. I think, like you're saying about Egbuka, man, he's man. This is no slight towards Mike Evans, but he might already be the best receiver on this team. I don't know, man. He's good, man. He's good. He's a steal wherever you got it. Like, I know his first round pick, man. You don't even got to worry about Chris Godwin being hurt.
Yeah, I mean he is very much. I am excited. I mean I have him I think on 2 fantasy teams. He is. It's crazy because he's got the route running of a slot receiver like a Chris Godwin, but he's got the size and the hands and the strength of Mike Evans. Like he is legitimately. I would not disagree if you said that he was the best receiver on that team. I would not agree or disagree with you.
Yeah.
At least today.
If at all.
Right,
today.
exactly.
At least today.
But Michael Penix Jr. looked really good. Michael Penix Jr. almost reminds me of a bigger, like a more toned out, defined version of a Michael Vick. Their playing styles today, just watching him play today, very similar. Obviously, I mean, they're both left-handed. But like the way that he was moving around the pocket and escaping the pocket and, rushing outside of the pocket as well. I mean, very reminiscent of when Michael Vick played for the Falcons and in his career.
Yeah, we got another left-handed quarterback named Michael in Atlanta.
Yep. All right.
Who's also one letter away from the name being very inappropriate.
True. Very true. Moving into an AFC North division matchup. The Bengals barely scaping by against the Cleveland Browns 17-16. Joe Burrow 14-23 for 113 yards and 1 touchdown. Chase Brown 43 yards and 1 touchdown on 21 attempts. T. Higgins and Jamar Chase really held to their own today. I mean, a combined 59 point receiving yards between the two of them and no touchdowns. They were doing something right on the defensive end, that or it was just an off day for.
I will point out to this: the past few seasons, the Bengals have always started very slow.
That is true. We have heard that from the heel many a times, actually.
That was the point I was about to roll back to. I said, yeah, they start slow in September, but at least they're able to get away with this one. They played like absolute dog shit and got away with it. Just got away with it.
On the flip side of that, Joe Flacco was slinging that thing, 31 of 45 for 290 yards with 1 touchdown and 2 interceptions. Just putting it out there.
He's like,
Putting it
somebody.
Yeah, so very much a very slow game, just kind of a back and forth, and moving into a very one-sided affair. Tua Tagovailoa.
Turn the ball over.
Tua turned the ball over, who was 14 of 23 for 114 yards, 60% completion percentage, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions, and I'm pretty sure he also had some fumbles. Not a very good day for the Miami Dolphins as they ran into a very emotional Indianapolis Colts team who was celebrating the passing of owner Jim Irsay today. So I know Big Jake had some words to say about Daniel Jones before.
Yeah, you have the floor.
God damn it. Like, are you fucking kidding me? Are you kidding right now? Daniel Jones. The man played the game like he knew Jim Irsay his whole life. This one's for you, Jim.
Fucking Penny Boy Danny out
Penny
here.
boy.
But yeah, the Indianapolis Colts ended up
doing his
scoring
best
on
shot.
all 7 of their possessions. The Colts, so Daniel Jones, 22 of 29, 272 yards, and 75% completion percentage, 1 passing touchdown. He had 115 passer rating. He had 2 rushing touchdowns himself, which is bullshit because I had Jonathan Taylor for an anytime touchdown, and you took that away from me twice.
Fuck that. Listen. Daniel Jones did that to me when he was playing for fucking Giants, and I needed a Saquon all time. It's all same thing.
That's what Daniel Jones does too. Just sucks the joy out of watching football. That's what he does. And even when he plays good, plays good, he's a piece of shit.
So, Indianapolis ended up winning that game 33-8. Our next game that we had was the Carolina Panthers going into Jacksonville and taking on the Jaguars, which there was a rain delay in the middle of this, so this was probably on delay probably for about an hour. Didn't matter. Bryce Young, 18 of 35, 154 yards. Not great. 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions, a 48 passer rating.
Is Bryce Young ass again?
Does he need to get benched again? Yes.
Again?
Yes.
It's sad. I feel so bad for that kid, man. He just had that little back end run last year. It's like there's some hope here, and just ass again.
Yeah. I thought Chuba Hubbard scored today. Guess not. Okay. Chuba Hubbard with 57 yards. He did. He did. He had a receiving touchdown, not a rushing touchdown. Okay. So Chuba Hubbard is the highlight of that team. Unfortunately, out of the very slim highlights that there are. Trevor Lawrence on the other side went 19 of 31, 178 yards, 61% completion percentage, 1 TD, 1 interception. Travis Etienne had himself a day, 16 attempts for 143 rushing yards. He did not find the end zone, though. Big news, though, is that we did get to see Travis Hunter in his NFL debut, the number 2 pick overall. He played, I believe, 26 snaps and then 6 defensive snaps, I believe.
As a Brian Thomas fantasy owner, it's very frustrating because Travis Hunter wasn't even making plays, and Trevor just kept feeding him the ball.
Yeah.
Brian Thomas only scored because he got a carry.
Yeah. Travis Hunter ended up with 6 receptions and 33 yards, so not the greatest debut. Let's see. Did he record?
Nah, listen, the worst came to it when I was watching Red Zone, and they did a highlight back to the Jacksonville Carolina game, and they show a pass. Trevor Lawrence tries to get it to the sideline to Travis Hunter, and it's incomplete. But they're like, "Oh, Travis Hunter, look at him diving for the ball. He didn't catch it.
He didn't get it.
That's like I'll never forget one time I think Buffalo was playing the Giants. This was like I think the year after Odell's catch. And like there was a play where Odell like catches the ball out of bounds, kind of similar, and they just kept showing it. I'm like, that didn't even count. Why do you keep showing it?
Get it off the screen.
Or like they always show Derrick Henry shoving Josh Norman 30 yards this way. That play didn't even count.
All right.
Anyways,
the next game out that we got is the Raiders went into New England to take on the Patriots. Ended up winning that game 20-13. Pete Carroll and the new look Raiders looked really good. I tell you what, Brock Bowers had himself a good day. He did end up leaving the game with a knee injury. Apparently he is okay though. He had 5 receptions for 103 yards before he went out. Ashton Genty, 19 attempts, 1 TD, 38 rushing yards. So, I mean, he did all right.
I mean, he got, that touchdown kind of saved him. I mean, 19 carries for 38 yards. That's not very good. That's not very good at all.
no.
That would average out to what, like 2 yards a carry?
Yeah.
I mean, they're going to need a lot more production than him. I mean, obviously, it's his first game in the NFL, but I don't know, like that performance kind of almost like makes me like reminiscent of. Do you guys remember Trent Richardson?
You know what? We were saying the
Always.
same exact thing earlier here when we were watching it. My buddy Juice was talking about it.
Yeah, like that. Yeah, that's almost like very reminiscent of Trent Richardson. Like he had all this hype coming out of college, and to have a game like that. I mean, I'm not gonna overreact and go off the recency bias here. So I'll try to save judgment for when the rest of the season unfolds. But he's got to do better than that.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. We got a comment here from YouTube. BG, your 4-legger will hit next week. Same legs. Nolly Noel, I appreciate you. I definitely need help in that aspect because I am not a sports bettor. I don't know if you know this, but I am not a sports bettor at all. Like not even a little bit. I do it for fun.
No.
And I just do it so people can tell me. They can say, "Hey, you suck at it," and I'm like, "Thanks, I already knew that." But I appreciate you. You know what? Just for you, Nolly, I will put the same 4 out there, and if I hit, I'll give you 50%. How about that? How about that? I am a man of my word. Okay. On the other side of the ball of the Patriots game, so Patriots Drake May 30 of 46, 287, 1 TD, 1 interception. 65% completion percentage, 80% passer rating. I think Drake May is going to have a good year. I really do. I think Drake May is going to have an up year this year. Let's see. Henderson, 5 attempts, 27 yards. Ramondre Stevenson, 7 for 15. Yeah.
There were just there were a lot of teams, a lot of fantasy owners that just got royally fucked on rotation this week. That what was it? Kansas City, Pacheco.
Yeah. All right, we'll look at this next game here. This next game, first of all, before I even dive into the highlights of this next game, did anybody see the throw up that the Saints were wearing?
I didn't.
It looked hideous.
You gotta look.
You know what? Here, I'm gonna find a picture. I'll pull it up for you. Hold on.
Yeah.
Because it was
not prepared.
ugly. It was so bad. Hold on.
It's the kind of uniform I would wear, put them in on Madden, just to make my opponent throw up and make them incapacitated, and I win. You know what I mean?
Hold on.
It's like, oh God, I can't play
Hold
this.
on. Where are they at? I gotta find a good picture of it.
What a clan!
I gotta find one with like a person in it. I think like this one. Okay. I mean that's tiny, but whatever. Okay, here we go.
You're gonna love it. It's gonna be great.
Let's see if y'all can see this.
Ugh.
Yeah. Oh, Nally Null says that if I win it, give it to Jakey. I got 2 of them here. I'll split it 3 ways. I'll split it 3 ways. Yeah, these jerseys were terrible. They're absolute garbage.
Yep.
As if I didn't need a reason to hate the Saints even more than I already do. They come and pull some shit like this. Worst jerseys I've ever seen. And here's the thing, Nally Null. Here's the thing. There is a whole team that designed this and okayed it.
Yeah. Somebody
Anyways.
in the Saints organization were like, yeah, those are dope.
Yeah. Anyways, okay, so we're gonna look at Arizona and the New Orleans Saints. Arizona winning that game 20-13. Again, just a very bad game. But Kyler Murray had himself a decent, a pretty good day. 21 of 29, 163 yards, 2 touchdowns, 108 passer rating, and a 72% completion percentage. So he had himself a pretty good day.
Not bad.
Not for Kyler Murray. It's not a bad day. Let's see. Benson, 8 carries, 69 yards, roughly about 9 yards a carry. James Conner, 12 for 39, about 3.25 yards. Marvin Harrison finding the end zone today, 5 receptions for 71 yards and a touchdown. So he should have a pretty decent year this year. I feel like he needs to have a decent year. Only fair, split it with the Jakes squared. Will do. I will definitely split it with the Jakes. Let's see. Trey McBride, 6 receptions, 61 yards.
Do it.
So not a whole lot. On the other side, Saints QB Spencer Rattler, 27 of 46.
Yummy.
Even if he threw up, you wouldn't be able to see it on the jerseys. For 214 yards, 58% completion percentage, and a 70 passer rating. The best thing about this team is Alvin Kamara. That is it. And he had 11 rushing attempts for 45 yards and a touchdown.
That's
four yards a carry. Okay. Next, we're moving on to the Giants went into Landover, Maryland to play the Washington Commanders. And yeah, let's we kind of talked about this earlier. I don't think Russ needs to be Mr. Unlimited anymore. I think he needs to be Mr. Taken Out.
When does it happen? When does Jackson Dart get to play and give this team some hope? When does that?
It could happen sooner than we think. I don't know. Like it's Brian Dable was very very, what's the word I'm looking for? Vague about Russell Wilson starting next week.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. It's kind of tough. I mean, do you play him this week? Do you play him next week? Do you just try to let Russ attempt to cook? I mean,
I don't even know if Russ could cook ramen at this point. I I have no faith in him.
Do you let Russ burn the cake down? It's like the real.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I just I don't know, but
I'm telling
it could have
you,
been a lot
His
worse. It could have been a lot worse.
I'm telling you, the best thing that you could do right now is start Jameis Winston. Because if you want to get Malik Neighbors the ball, he'll do it. He'll throw 3 interceptions along with it, but he'll get Malik Neighbors the ball.
He gonna do it.
It's what I said when they originally signed Winston before they signed Wilson. It was just like, well, it might suck this year, but at least it'll
It's
be
gonna be
fun.
great.
You can lose games 43-37, and Jameis throws 5 touchdowns and 7 interceptions, and you're just like, yes, this is the football I crave.
Yeah, I think I'd always been an avid Jameis Winston supporter, just for the memes. But when we signed Jameis and then we turned around and signed Russell Wilson, I was kind of almost like, man, like why? Like, why? I mean, we should have just let Jameis rock with it, but I don't know. I guess they were still holding on to some sort of hope that Russ had a little bit left in the tank because of the run he had in Pittsburgh. But I mean, if you look at Pittsburgh, I mean, they lost their last, I think, 4 or 5 games in a row at the end of last season. And, it was like, I don't know. I mean, I guess we'll reserve some judgment for the remainder of the season, or till at least next week. Who knows?
Yeah, I think looking on the flip side of that, Jaden Daniels kind of, maybe shaking the rust off. He had, a little bit of a slump today. 19 of 30, 233 yards, 63% completion percentage, 1 touchdown. I mean, so he did okay. I mean, obviously not as like high up as we had seen last year in some of these games. But I think with Washington, the addition of Deebo Samuel is huge. So he had one rush for 19 yards, and it was a touchdown. But then he also had 7 receptions for 77 yards as well. So they're definitely implementing him the same way that San Francisco was.
Yeah,
I think that's going to be a big help.
I was not very like a lot of people were on this bandwagon of Debo fat and washed. I never agreed with that ever. I still definitely thought he had something left in the tank, and I thought if he's got Jaden Daniels at quarterback, I have hopes for Debo. I actually was. People were dumping on him, man. Like, he's washed. I'm like, I wouldn't say that yet. I wouldn't say that.
Yeah, I don't think he's washed. I think you're right. I think he's still got a little bit left with him.
Yeah, absolutely.
Moving into another second-year quarterback, Bo Nix going up against the number 1 overall pick this year in Cam Ward. I told Jake earlier I was pretty. Now Cam Ward's numbers aren't going to reflect it, but I think it's just because he plays for the Titans. He was 12 of 28 for 112 yards. He had a 42% completion percentage, but I mean every pass that he threw, it was on point pretty much. I mean everyone that I saw, I mean it was hitting the receiver's hands. I mean there was a lot of drops by the Titans today.
Well, it kind of falls into Josh Allen rookie year syndrome. It came along with improving throwing mechanics as well, but the rate in which his pass catchers dropped passes his rookie year was why his completion percentage suffered terribly. He had nobody to fight. He had one Popeye's biscuit away from being a tight end, Kelvin Benjamin, and Zay Jones, and Andre Holmes, and Robert Foster to throw to. So, it's stuff like that. Although, I will say, he has Ridley, and he has a lot of young guys. You got to give it time. You play one game, but I like what I saw. I like what he could make out of. that
Yeah,
game.
I mean, I definitely think there's promise there. I think there's more promise there than there was with Will Levis. Yeah, I mean, this is like, and I agree with you. I think from what I saw, again, without looking at the drop passes or anything like that, but looking at kind of like the potential of what he could be, they could make it work. So I definitely think it was the right pick for Tennessee. They just need to, I think some of those guys just need.
It's just going to be growing pains.
Yeah, that's
I
all it is.
mentioned a little earlier. There's some decision making that he's going to have to work on that coaching staff and the quarterbacks coaches are going to really need to hone in and just train him to build up that confidence. But I mean, he didn't beat himself today in a lot of aspects. Like he didn't turn the ball over.
Right.
There's a lot of positive things, but just some things that he needs to work on, and he'll learn over time. I was one of the reasons why I was upset that we didn't get the first overall pick is because I wanted Cam Ward. I definitely been very high on Cam Ward, so I will continue to be. Even though he's not wearing a Giants jersey.
I mean, he's wearing a Titans jersey. They're kind of Giants. I mean, Giants, Titans. I mean, they're both big, right?
Shut up.
In their own kind of sense.
Shut up.
On the flip side of that, Bo Nix, I mean, he hit a wall. I mean, he mellowed out real quick. 25 of 40, 176 yards, 62% completion percentage, 1 TD, 2 interceptions, 60% passer rating. On the flip side of that, not on the flip side of that, staying on the offensive side, RJ Harvey had himself a good day. 6 attempts with 70 rushing yards.
Maybe you should give him the ball a little more.
Yeah. And I believe 50 of those, yep, his long was 50, so 50 of those coming in one run. J.K. Dobbins having himself a decent day as, he got into the end zone. But 16 attempts for 63 yards is roughly only 4 yards a carry, so that's...
Which is amazing that he didn't get hurt already.
Courtland Sutton, 6 receptions, 61 yards, and a TD. And then
Sutton on total.
Pro Bowler tight end Evan Engram. 3.
Just like Pro Bowl Tyler Huntley.
3 receptions for 21 yards. Put him in the Pro Bowl now. Sorry, I had to throw that out there.
Goat
emoji.
Get it out.
He's so good.
Having so much fun.
All right. Next game up is we got the San Francisco 49ers.
Really quick. I just got to make a little sidebar here since you brought that up. The fact that 2020 season, somebody watched Evan Engram all year long and was like, yeah, that's a Pro Bowler. Watching him drop all those passes and was like, this guy's so damn good. I can't believe it. He's one of the best tight ends in the NFL. That is the moment I realized that the Pro Bowl is meaningless.
Right, when Green Bay, I forget. It was the old Green Bay tight end. He had like
Robert Tonyan.
Yeah.
Tonyan
didn't get in, and Evan Ingram's bum ass got in.
All right. All right, next game up we have is the San Francisco 49ers went to Seattle to play the Seahawks. Ended up winning 17-13. Brock Purdy ended up with 26 to 35, 277, 74% completion percentage. He had 2 TDs, but he had 2 interceptions as well. 92% passer rating. Christian McCaffrey, who was doubtful going in, right? It was doubtful, questionable, something like that, going in as of this weekend. 22 attempts for 69 yards, roughly pie average, 3.14 per carry. Pie. Brian Robinson, nine attempts for 33 yards. He was recently acquired via trade from Washington. Let's see. Ricky Parcell had himself a good day. Four receptions for 108 yards with a long of 45. George Kittle and Tungus were the only two to get into the end zone.
It was a typical low-scoring NFC West game. Here you go. If you are not a fan of either of these teams, you are bored out of your fucking mind.
Shout out to the NFC West holding down the 4:00 window.
Yeah. In fact, you have to watch that. Sam Darnold.
Getting into him. Sam Darnold, 16 of 23 for 150 yards. 69% completion percentage, no TDs, no interceptions. 87% passer rating. Zachary Charbonnet had 12 attempts for 47 yards, 1 touchdown. Are you impressed that I was able to pronounce that right? I've been working very hard on my pronunciation of names. I just want to let people know that I've come.
He's been training camp all summer, guys. All summer,
I've been hitting the books, man.
He's been in.
I got myself a tutor. I tell people it was for my daughter. It was actually for me, but I wanted to make sure I nailed these names.
Just we gotta roll up a training montage, enunciation training one of these days.
Yeah, that's the reason we lost the old channel. Was it?
Yeah, that's. Yeah.
So there was no footage of it. No, but Charbonnet had 12 attempts, 47 yards, 1 touchdown. So just under 4 yards a carry. Kenneth Walker, 10 for 20. Sam Darnold, 2 attempts for 14 yards. Whew, big baller.
That's 7 yards a carry, daddy.
Oh, yes,
daddy. That's the rule.
Jackson Smith and Jigba, 9 receptions for 124 yards on 13 targets. Cooper Kupp, newly added from the Los Angeles Rams, 2 receptions for 15 yards.
Big old nothing.
Yeah, and that's really it.
Nothing.
All right.
Man,
All right, moving into our next game, which was the Houston Texans going into the LA Rams. Our previous Rookie of the Year, KFR Sportscast MVP, CJ Stroud, now stepping into his third year?
Yeah,
19 of 27, 188 yards, 70% completion percentage, and 1 interception. He is just falling off, isn't he?
He peaked in his rookie year. Here we are, folks, ladies and gentlemen. His jersey's still in the Raptors. What a year!
Yep.
And here we are, and it just really hasn't been the same since.
Nope. Nick Chubb, part of this team now. Nick Chubb, 13 attempts, 60 yards. Let's see. Oh.
What were you saying? Jake?
I said if I would base the year off of 1 week, the Colts are gonna win the fucking AFC.
Yeah, if you're gonna base the year off of 1 week, yeah.
Jackson.
That's it. You heard it here first, folks. The AFC South goes through Indianapolis.
MVP voting goes through Daniel Jones.
All right.
Yeah, Daniel Jones.
Yeah, that's basically it on the Houston side. Nothing really exciting. On the Rams side, Matthew Stafford had himself a good day. 21 of 29, 245, 72% completion percentage, and 109 passer rating. Kyron Williams, 18 attempts on 66 yards with 1 touchdown. And then Puka Nacua, 10 receptions, 130 yards, which one of those he got smacked in the face, cut his eyebrow, bleeding all over the place. Devontae Adams, 4 receptions for 51 yards. And then let's see, D. Allen.
Did we already congratulate Matt Stafford on 60,000 yards yet? Did we already that
No, did he cross 60,000 yards?
60,000 yards?
Oh well, congratulations, Matthew Stafford. Congratulations,
Matt
passing
Stafford
60,000 yards.
is probably if he's not my favorite, he's in the top 2 of players that have ever played in the NFL that did not play for the New York Giants.
Okay.
Matt Stafford is always I've always been a huge fan of Matt Stafford. So, congrats to
He loves Matt Stafford the way I love
There
Drew
you go.
Brees. I get the look.
Yep.
There you go.
A big Matt Stafford guy over here.
So Matt Stafford had himself a day, has had himself a career.
Yep.
And segueing into Matthew Stafford's old team, the Detroit Lions, went into Lambeau to play Jordan Love and the Green Bay Packers. Jared Goff.
Now,
Go ahead.
I'm going to cut you off. Did you had Detroit, right?
I believe so.
Did you have Detroit, Jake? The only one who had Green Bay. I said I got to pick an upset somewhere in here, and I said, you know what? I said I don't think Green Bay is going to lose this game here at home in Lambeau. Cut the start the season off. They're trying to make a statement. They one got Micah Parsons. I'm sorry, I had to be AI generated last week, so I didn't say my piece on this. But man, let me tell you, they showed up, man. They really did. They're good. They showed Detroit we're here, and we're gonna punch you in the mouth when you want to come around, man. We are gonna fight for this division this year. It will be between those two teams. If I'm gonna say it, Chicago, we've yet to see. They haven't played. Same with Minnesota. Clearly, they haven't. They're playing each other tomorrow. We'll see if on there, but early returns, man. This is gonna be another slugfest for this division this year.
Yeah. And yeah, shout out to Puka Nacua for coming back in and balling out. Nolly Knoll says, yeah, I was actually surprised that he did come back in and play. Tough dude. But Jared Goff, 31 of 39, 225 yards, 79.5 completion percentage, 1 TD, 1 interception, 88% passer rating for him today. I'm just checking up on my picks here. I want to make sure that I did. I'm pretty sure I did, but sorry, folks. David Montgomery, 25 yards on 11 attempts. Jahmyr Gibbs, 19 on 9. So no real run game for them. Sam Laporta, 79 yards on 6 catches. St. Brown, 45 on 4. And Tisla, 1 touchdown for, I believe he's a rookie. Tisla. And it was a great catch too. I don't know if you guys saw it. It was a fantastic catch. I mean, charity catch at that, but a great catch.
That was definitely a Odell-esque catch right there.
Oh yeah, very very much so. On the
like this.
Let's see. On the flip side of that, Jordan Love, 16 of 22, 188 yards, 72% completion percentage. 2 touchdowns, 128% passer rating. My man's balled out today. He was smart with the ball. Let's see, who did I pick? I'll get you here in a second. I picked Detroit. Okay. Josh Jacobs, 19 attempts with 66 yards and a touchdown. Romeo Dobbs, 68 yards with 2 receptions. Reed, 3 receptions, 45 yards and a touchdown. Kraft, 16 yards with 2 receptions and a touchdown. Yeah. And then our nightcap. Our end of the night. our final stats. You know the final score, 40-41, a scoregami. Lamar Jackson, 14 of 19, 209 yards, 70% completion percentage, 2 touchdowns. He was sacked 15 times, but had a passer rating of 144%. And then obviously the big gainer here, Derrick Henry, 18 attempts, 169 yards, and 2 TDs for all you fantasy owners there. 9.4 yards a carry.
That's insane.
That's tough.
And this man's over 30 years old.
Yeah. Let's see. And then on the flip side, and then on the receiving side of the ball, Zay Flowers also having himself a day. 7 receptions, 143 yards, and 1 TD. And then DeAndre Hopkins getting into the box score with 2 receptions, 35 yards, and 1 touchdown. One-handed grab touchdown. I mean, that was a fantastic catch too. And then on the flip side of things, on the Buffalo Bills side of the ball, the greatest team there ever was and there ever will be. Joshua Allen, 33 of 46, 394 yards, 71% completion percentage, 2 TDs, and 112% passer rating. James Cook, 13 attempts with 44 yards and a touchdown. Joshua Allen, 14 attempts rushing, 30 yards and 2 touchdowns. And then Keenan Coleman, 8 receptions for 112 yards and 1 TD. And our other scorer, Dalton Kincaid, 4 receptions, 48 yards, and 1 touchdown. And Matt Prater.
Yeah, Matt Prater. Matt Prater.
With the game-winning kick.
It's stressed out Matt Prater.
You think that man's smoking a cigarette in the locker room? Because I would have been.
And, dude, he looked like he needed a cigarette. That's what he looked like. He looked like
and that, ladies and gentlemen, is all of the game day finals from your Sunday slate. Tomorrow night we have the Minnesota Vikings going into Chicago to play the Bears. It'll be J.J. McCarthy's first official start in the NFL going against Caleb Williams and the Bears. So I will be doing this. I will be doing this tomorrow night. Go ahead.
Poor Matt Prater had to run on the field. It even it's like, you got 30 seconds. Get out there. We're going to run the clock while you're running out there. Don't stress out too much.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
No pressure.
No pressure. We're just going to rush this whole thing.
I just imagine, okay, Matt, all the conditioning that you do in practice, we're going to use it right now.
Right now. Get out there. Go. We've been here for 10 days.
You need to make sure that you can run out into that field and kick a field goal within 26 seconds.
Don't overthink it. Don't overthink it.
It's all good.
But it's fine. Listen, if it took years off my life, it definitely took some off his life.
Absolutely.
Fucking thinking about setting up that kick. He's like, oh, so Keon's not going to score that touchdown. Great. All right. This is my moment now. Great. All right.
Yeah.
I'm not nervous. I swear, I'm not nervous.
Everything's fine.
I could be a hero, or they're gonna fucking assault me in the parking lot.
What could go wrong?
Right.
What could possibly go wrong?
Right. But yeah, that is it for this live episode. I will be coming back on tomorrow night after the Minnesota Vikings and Chicago Bears game. If these two wants to join me, that is completely up to them.
I will try.
He will try. But I'm going to be on here tomorrow night. So make sure that you come back for another KFR Sportscast game day final. And I will also be doing this Thursday night after I get out of work. That'll be kind of late for these two, so they probably won't join me then. But that is okay. That is A-okay.
You never quit. You never
You
quite
never
know.
quite know.
You never
Got to
quite
keep
know.
you on your toes. So
You never know
with
when
that
the
being
jokes will pop up.
So with that being said, guys, thank you for tuning in and watching this live episode of KFR Sportscast. Make sure that you follow us on all of our social media platforms at KFR SPRTS Cast. And look forward to all of our picks in the weeks. The heel will be back this week with his very own video for picks.
Yep. I will
Not
not be
AI
AI
generated.
generated. I've been reformed away from AI slop. I am now.
Yeah, I just want to point out
I
that
have-
AI generated thing pronounced 49ers as the Fun-Niners.
Yeah, Fun Niners. I literally, like, Jake had asked me about it, and I said, it's exactly what you think.
Yep, the Fun-Niners.
The Fun-Niners.
The Fun
I
Niners.
busted out laughing. I was like, oh my God, that's great. The Fun-Niners.
The Fun-Niners. Well, with
The
that being said, guys, this is
Fun-Niners.
it. I am BG. I am one of your hosts of KFR Sportscast, and joining with me, as sometimes always, is Big Sexy and the heel. We will talk to you guys later. Until next time, peace out.
Big Sexy out.